We are Team 1511 from Penfield, New York, sponsored by L3 Harris and the Penfield Central School District.
At 1511, we believe that visibility in our community is at the root of our advocacy efforts. We run an average of 2 demos every month, getting our team, our robot, and FIRST out into the community. We do demos at our town's elementary schools, at local stores, restaurants, and sports games. We started a music festival at our town hall, drawing a huge crowd who were able to enjoy an afternoon of food and music while seeing our robot in action. We run a 2-day demo at the New York State Fair, which was attended by 237,314 people the days we were there. We ran into Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer here. 1511 is also committed to community service, not only as a way to help others, but also to promote FIRST in the community. This year, we were selected by Bombas to be a giving partner, and we donated 1,511 socks to a local homeless shelter. We run numerous food collections and participate in charity walks. This year, we presented at the New York State School Boards Association and the Science Teachers of New York State, in addition to our own school board, in an effort to demonstrate the benefits of FIRST to teachers and administrators from across the state. We put on what we called Cage Match at our school, where our principal, superintendent, and several teachers participated in a modified version of Destination Deep Space. The superintendent tweeted how he gained a new appreciation of robotics. We truly believe that these events are the building blocks for larger-scale advocacy efforts.
This year we started Cage Match, which is a faculty robotics competition where teachers went head-to-head in a modified version of Destination Deep Space. It helped teachers to really understand what the FIRST program was about and what opportunities it provided to students. It helped us also to advocate for FIRST within our school and our local community.
We truly believe that these events are the building blocks for larger-scale advocacy efforts. 1511 spends time establishing relationships with our elected officials. We visit them at their offices locally, at the state capitol, and in Washington, D.C. We invite them to our Week 0 and off-season events and provide VIP tours to them when they attend these events.
1511 has always had the mission of spreading FIRST in our community to try to change the culture to have a greater appreciation for FIRST. So we decided one of the best ways that we can do this is to try to get our local politicians involved and to try to get some legislation passed in order to support FIRST in our community. So what we decided to do was we decided to go to the first ever FIRST National Advocacy Conference in DC to learn more about how we can do that.
We attended the National Advocacy Conference in DC the first year they held it, and we have made it a priority to attend every year since. We are now on the coordinating committee, which has allowed us the opportunity to network with other FRC teams interested in advocacy. At NAC, we learn the ins and outs of government and advocacy, which gives us the tools and confidence to further our advocacy efforts. One of the most important benefits of attending NAC was putting us in contact with like-minded teams dedicated to lobbying for FIRST. We met students from Team 4122 here and together decided to bring advocacy back to New York by starting the New York Advocacy Conference, Nayak. Together, 1511 and 4122 reached out to Team 20 as a third partner, and the first ever Nayak was established. We reached out to teams who had already started their own state-level advocacy conferences, as well as Steve Heyer from NAC. We held a half-day conference where we presented on government, basic advocacy skills, tips on how to have an effective meeting, and a New York bill that was written to provide funding for new teams in New York. The bill was passed by the Senate but was stalled in the Assembly, so we wanted to get more teams to contact their Assembly members to voice support for this bill. Our long-term goal is to get this bill passed so more New Yorkers have the opportunity to be part of FIRST. We are also working towards getting a meeting with our governor. As you begin your advocacy work, here is some advice from 1511. It helps to get advice from teams who have advocacy experience. We reached out to the Green Machine and found it very helpful.
Don't try to tackle a huge multi-day event. We started off with meeting our local representatives in half a day and are hoping to bring in more teams and eventually do a first day in Albany.
When you first start out doing advocacy, it can be kind of scary, but it helps if you find another team that shares the same goal. This way, you can work together and share the load.
Advocacy takes time. Spend time developing relationships with your elected officials. Visit them. Invite them to your events. Write to them. Don't give up if you don't get the results you want right away.
Advocacy is a marathon, not a sprint. It's easy to get discouraged if you don't see progress. Celebrate each small success, each visit, each email, each team you meet. Every small effort you make is a step in the right direction.